and I officially welcome you to Built to Last. It's a weekly entrepreneurship and business mastery program where we bring seasoned professionals, successful entrepreneurs, and people who know about how entrepreneurial business is supposed to be running, to come and join us to share ideas with us to help us to build our businesses to last. The purpose for this program every Thursday is how can we as individuals, as entrepreneurs, as small business owners, be able to have the skills and the strategies and the network of people and market linkages to be able to help our businesses in such a way that we know whatever it takes to build a very successful enterprise. And this is what we've been doing for the past years, and I'm grateful for how far that God has brought us. We are not relenting. We are going to give out our best, the best we can, we'll give out. The best networks we have of people who know how to run businesses, we'll invite them to come and join with us. So please, every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m., we all meet here and then we share ideas, we judge all how to build our businesses to last. If you don't want to be one of the statistics of how small businesses are failing, this is the place to be. And I'm happy to say that this program is sponsored and powered by Hypack Services. And Hypack is an entrepreneurship training and marketing consulting services firm. Our main focus is to help entrepreneurs and small business owners to build thriving businesses by applying our entrepreneurial business operating system. The entrepreneurial business operating system, which we call eBOS, is a very simple 7-step module that will help entrepreneurs and small businesses to systematically manage their businesses in such a way that their business run on autopilot and it runs without you, even if you want to. Tonight, we are talking about survival strategies. And I think I have a unique story. Everybody on this call have a story. This afternoon, I was listening to one of my very close friends. She's called Franca. She's the CEO of Perfect Health. And she was telling her story about how she started as a pharmacist, and then noticed that her pharmacist kind of business wasn't doing too well for her. She jumped into natural health coaching, and today she's making it. She went through issues. What do we do when things don't go right in your business? What do you do when all your employees, like Mrs. Sowers, all the people left here? One day, nobody said anything. And I'm sure these people, they probably just gang together and say, Chalimamui, we go punish them. They all left. What do you do? You have clients material you have to sow for them. Some of them have deadlines that you have to collect at some point in time. What do you do? What do you do when you owe people and you can't pay? What do you do when your family members don't even understand what you're doing? They seem so. What about them? Lights are off. You can't go and pay your light bill. They see you going up every day. They see you coming every day, but there's nothing showing for it. They can't see anything from you. All that they know is that Oko Noaba. As MCFIA, we can't find you. You don't even go for funerals, because when you go for funerals, you can make donations. What do you do? What do you do when your sales is nose diving? Everything is coming down on you. What do you do? When I was sitting in my office one day, here where I'm sitting right now, this office, sitting in this office around 2013, I was just in the room trying to put my head together, trying to do some few things. All of a sudden, the light went off. I went to check the meter, get it. I was in this room with Nicholas. Nicholas boss a very day. So I took my car away. I went home for 1 week. Let me back office. I say, what do you do? What do you do when there's an issue in your family? Somebody is sick, and they know that you go and come. You go come every day. Go come every day. So all things being equal, things are going well with you, and somebody is sick. They need 1,000 Ghana cedis to take the person to the hospital. They come and knock on your door. They ask you for 1,000 cedis, you can't give. But you said you are a business owner. You said you are an entrepreneur. You said you are trying to make something. What do you do? What do you do? It's tough. It's very, very tough. It's very tough because it's not just about you at that point in time. It's about the perception that people get to know about you, about who you are, who you think you are, and who you think that you are not, because you're not producing the results that people need to have. What do you do? In 2006, I got a chance to be the key distributor for Dark and Lovely hair products in Brong-Ahafo. So I was the main key distributor for Dark and Lovely products in Brong-Ahafo. We're selling Dark and Lovely, all their products, the the Beautiful Beginning, the relaxers, the shampoos, the 3-in-1 shampoos, the leave-in, all those ones. We're selling almost everything Dark and Lovely. I was the main distributor. The business was going very well. I borrowed money from my wife. I borrowed money from my dad. I took money from the bank. I took money from my friends. Put a very good business together. Had a nice brand. The business was doing well. At some point, as way back as 2006, we're making close to like 50,000 cedis of sale in a month. That was good. At 19.8% profit margin. This was good business. At the same time, I've started teaching part-time at Garden City University College as a university lecturer, teaching marketing on entrepreneurship. What happened? My business went under. It went really bad. There was no record keeping. I was just spending money anyhow. I would let the NPR send me any money at any point in time that I needed money. I'll go to Sunyani, drive all the way to Sunyani, fill my tank with fuel. I wasn't checking nothing, no record. I wasn't checking anything. I was just selling and selling and selling and chopping the money just like that. I thought I was building a business. Unfortunately, I feel big time. I feel very, very big time. I feel big time to the point where, number one, the distributors who were, the suppliers who were giving us the products, I owe them so much that I could not pay. They stopped giving us products. So there was nothing to sell. And I shop there was nothing in the store to sell. Number two, I owe the bank because I took some facility to support the liquidity of the business because they were getting very bad. I wasn't able to pay suppliers, I wasn't able to pay salaries, things were getting really bad. But because we were passing our money to the bank, as soon as I applied loan, they gave me the money. But because the business went under, I could not pay the loan as monthly as I'm supposed to be paying, and I was in trouble. I could not go to Sunyani again. There were some of the other suppliers here in the central market who were giving us some products to sell. One of the women lived just on my street, on my road, when I'm coming to town. So, and it's the shortest route from my house to town. And it could take me about 25, less than 30 minutes using that specific road to get to town, to get to my office. But unfortunately, because I owe this woman, I could not use that road anymore. I have to use a bypass that took me almost 1 hour 20 minutes to get to town again. Increasing cost of fuel. It was bad. Fortunately, my father forgave me my debt, so my father didn't collect the money. One of my friends, also I owed him, he told me, TK, you are doing your best, but this thing I don't think you can pay. Also, I'll pay. 2 weeks I couldn't pay. One day he came to tell me actually, it's kind of the actual. I was happy so they actually me, but unfortunately, I feel very bad. Because this was a time I was teaching students in the university, level 300, level 400 students, how to start a business, how to manage a business, and how to grow a business. But my business that I was supposed to be a litmus test, was supposed to be an example for them to see, which was supposed to be like a model business for them, for me to show them that I've done it before. It failed. So the time that I was going to classroom, I felt very, very guilty going to teach because I felt I was lying to the kids. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And I'm sure all of us on this call have one story or the other how things have gone so bad. In fact, what really got to me one time was when I owed one of my friends. I think it was 300 Ghana cedis. 300, 2010. I couldn't pay. And I thought my friend was my friend, so it meant that 300 cedis, I'll pay. So he called me, taking my money. I said, I'll pay. Every time I'll pay. It got to a point I couldn't pay. One day the guy walked into my office here in Asqua, and I didn't know that my friend could give that such an insult ever in my life. When I was a university lecturer, 300 cedis going to me here. No, but and said it was embarrassing. But my friends, to the glory of God, we came out of the woods. And I want to share with you tonight what I did. Because I'm sure some of us on this call right now are going through even worse situations that I went through. Worse situations. But I have friends right now who have become fugitives, and it hurts me big time. Because they've left their family, they left their kids, they left their wives. They can't stay at their home because when they get there, people are going to harass them with money. They don't have it. The business has gone under. They can't pay. What is your story? And I'm sure you have one as well. There's hope. I don't know it's tunnel. That's a fact I can tell you. It's not easy. It's embarrassing. It's discouraging. That's why even sometimes people can commit suicide. That's why people sometimes can do things under normal circumstances they never would have done it, but because of the situation that they find themselves in, they go ahead and do it. I have another friend. I used to play lawn tennis with this guy. The guy had become a serious drunkard because his business went bad. He couldn't manage it. He couldn't control himself. He started getting closer to certain friends who were drinking. Eventually, he stopped playing lawn tennis with us. He started drinking with the other guys. And today, if you see this guy, the guy looks like somebody who's like 70 years old. 5 of her teeth are all gone. Older person. But this guy is close like 42, 44, 45 years old. What happened? There are some of us now, our marriages are getting bad because our husbands don't know what we are doing. They feel that we are wasting our time. They've told us, stop. We say, me, I'll do. So now you are struggling. The husband doesn't understand you. So in fact, in the home, there's friction. Worst case scenario, when it gets to those things in the bedroom, your husband dare not touch you because you fight. The small business you want to do has ended up in a situation that under normal circumstances, that should have got you to be. What do you do in such situations? If you are going through this same situation, please don't give up. No, don't. I came out of the wood. I did. And I'm going to share with you a few things that helped me to come out of it and gradually, seriously get out of the big time. And I thank God so much for how far He's brought us, because if it hadn't been by His grace, if it hasn't been by some of the few things I'm going to share with you, in fact, at the time when I was doing them, I didn't know that I was putting 1 + 1 = 2 to get me out of the problems and also establish me to be able to do what I'm doing right now. I didn't know. It was later that I reflected on them and I noticed that, oh, so that I did, that all these small things I was doing was trying to bring me closer to the point where I would be able to stabilize myself and live and do the things that I wanted to do. What do you do at that point in time? Point number one, at the time, what do you do at the point of trouble, at the point where things are so frustrating, at the point where you want to give up, at the point where you feel that this corporate. In fact, there was a time that I actually started writing application back to corporate. I called Kwasi Chum, the Chief Executive Officer at Multimedia. I said, Chief Chum, I want to come back. He said, TK, anytime you're welcome. He asked me to come to Accra. I didn't go. I didn't have the guts to go to Accra, to still work back again as a sales and marketing manager for Multimedia. I couldn't go. I don't know why. I called my former boss, the MD for Kinafama, Mr. Kofinsia. I called him and said, please, I want to come back. I said, TK, I've told you that today, if you want to come and start work. I could not go. I was trying to see, can I go back to corporate? Let me pay me some 4,000, 50,000, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 a month. Let me just collect that money and still stay. I could not do it. And for whatever reason, I don't know. I stayed in that rut, in that debt, in that frustrated moment, in that, I don't know the kind of words to use. I stayed in there. It was embarrassing. Another situation that even helped me, worried me most, before I even share this to you, there was a time I couldn't pay my kids' school fees. Today I'm laughing, but it's been deadly before. I could not pay the kids' school fees. And I thank my wife. She'll go and pay without even telling me. And then she'll tell me, oh, I'll tell her, Mabi, oh, no, I've sorted it out. So those small things, she was able to take care of them. But as a man, my ego did not permit me to take things lightly. It was my responsibility to take care of everything that I'm supposed to take care of. If you are in there, please don't give up. I can assure you, don't give up. There's light at the end of the tunnel. What did I do? Point number one. If you are taking notes, please take notes, because it has helped me. And I said before that at the time when I was doing all those things, I didn't know it was a formula that God was taking me through. It was a process that He was taking me through to understand how things work. It's only later that I sat down that I got to know, oh, I did this, I did that, I went here, I bought this, I did this, small, put together. And to the glory of God, I finished my PhD. To the glory of God, I became a chartered marketer. To the glory of God, I became a certified small business consultant with the biggest consulting firm in the US. They are called the Association of Accredited Small Business Consultants in the US. I got there. How did that happen? Number one, if you are going through this problem, the first thing you must know is that don't be in a state of denial. Don't be in a state of denial. Don't think, say, I don't know, and this sanity. I denied the fact that I wasn't doing well. I was still bragging, talking big. But meanwhile, because I was denying the fact that it's true. The moment you get into self-denial, denial means that you are not accepting the situation as it is, and you are pretending that everything is okay. But deep down within you, things are not working. The first point I'm telling you, my friends, accept the fact that yes, my business is failing. Because indicators are showing your sales is going down, your employees are leaving you, your landlord is asking for rent, you can't pay, your friends are laughing at you. The indicators are very, very clear that things are not going well. Accept it. It was only when I accepted it, that is when I got to understand that, oh, it's true. So when the day that I got to understand this, that day I did not leave my house. I stayed in that house. I took my pen and my notebook and I started writing every single person that I owed. I wrote the bank, Stanbic Bank. I owe them. I wrote it down. Bascott, Bunga Alpha Credit Union, something. I owe them. I wrote it down. I owe my own very close friend who actually was my student. I borrowed money from him. I owed him. I couldn't pay. I wrote it down. When I finished everything else, I noticed at that point in time, the total debt that I had to pay, which I was denying, was close to 400,000 Ghana cedis. With the car. I accepted it. When I saw the figure, I was scared because I said, whoa, how am I going to pay this? But that was when another piece just dropped on my head. Now I know how much I owe. So it's very clear in my mind, I owe these people and I have to pay the money. The next question was, how? When I asked myself how I was going to pay, I had some peace of mind. My creativity kicked in gradually. The first I'm advising and suggesting to you is that in the time when things are not going well, please accept it and believe that you can get out of it. That's the first thing. Number two, what did I do? The moment I saw that I was in this problem and I had to reorganize myself and see what I had to do, I reorganized my thought process to refocus my direction on the reason why I went to entrepreneurship. The second point is refocus on the purpose. Refocus on your reason for going to business. And my reason for going to business that time was not just about money. I felt that no, something has to be done to make sure business is well, to make extra money. Because I've left Vodafone that was paying me so well, and I've come to teach in a university way below salary, very, very low. My family is expecting me to take care of them. My friends are asking me to take care of them, but the money was not there. So I felt like, oh, can I do a side business to supplement what I'm doing at getting paid full time so I can live a better life? I refocused my direction on to do that business and do it again. I went back to my purpose. To build an entrepreneurial business that is so lucrative, that is so good that I can employ and work with people who are so committed together so we can build a business that generates income to take care of us, for us to do well. I refocused my purpose. And I remember that day, I sat down again and I wrote, why are you going into business? Why are you doing what you're doing? I wrote 2 pages of my why of going into the business. I did. And I asked myself again, so if I'm able to do this, what I've written to be the purpose for this business, what benefit would it get for me to have done that? So I started writing 1, I'll be financially independent. 2, I'll be able to help people when I want to help them. 3, I can go to church because I've stopped going to church, to be honest. I've stopped going to church because at church, when they asked for money for donation and all, I could not give and I felt embarrassed. And people thought I should give because I was a university lecturer. And technically, I was supposed to give. And because I could not give that day no day, I did not go. I stopped going to church. My family was worried. I was the only person feeling that pinch. I stopped going to church. So I said to myself, if I'm able to build this business again, 1, I can go to church and give donations as when I want to. I can take care of my family. I can travel. I can do this. I can do that. By the time I wrote about 13 different benefits that I would get from running the business, I don't know where the energy came from. I was on fire again. That's why the book that I read recently, 12 times don't last, but 12 people do. One of the books I'll tell you I read that time, he says that when your why is big enough, the how doesn't matter. When your why of doing things, the reason why you want to do what you want to do is so big and you're so passionate about it, what he says is that the how to do it don't matter. How I bounced back again and got that energy. I'm in very shade now. I'm in full fire trying to rebuild this business again and trying to do the things I wanted to do. Where the energy came from, I have no idea. And that is how God works with us. You only have to accept the fact that yes, God, I'm insufficient. I'm weak. I can't do this. 400,000. How are you going to pay for this? Your family is looking up to you. Your friends are looking up to you. Your colleagues at work are looking up to you. Everybody's looking up to you. But looking at my current situation, it is not possible. Accept it. It's not going to happen. You needed that intervention from God. And that intervention came when I sat down and I accepted it. I wasn't in denial. Number 2, I wrote why I want to go back into business. And number three, I wrote down the benefit that I would get if I moved to run the business well. And to the glory of God, that business that I revamped it again to have done this hyper consulting services paid for my PhD every single year for 4 years without me borrowing money from anybody. Number two, at the same time when I was doing this PhD and this business was still running, one of my own colleagues also was doing a first degree also in the university, being paid for by the same organization. Number three, I was able to take care of my kids' school fees. Number four, the few things I could do here and there to help other people, I was able to do. When the reason is big enough, the how doesn't matter. If you have enough reason why you are doing what you are doing right now, if you have enough reason why, and you can write them down, clearly articulate and say that these are the reason why I'm going to this business. You write them down one by one alone. You will see that energy that will bounce back to you. It's amazing how God does this. So number 2 point I'm advising and I'm suggesting to you, refocus back on your vision. Refocus back on your purpose. And how do you do that? Sit down, write your purpose statement, and then again, write the benefit that you get if you are able to do what you want to do. Number 3, so now I accepted the fact that I was in trouble. Number 2, I refocus my direction on my business and the reason why I'm going to business. Number 3, I tap into my inner strength. What the Japanese call your ikigai. I tap into my inner spirit, my inner power. My inner power, what makes me as me. And what is that? The strength that you have. What are your strengths? At the point where things are not going well, don't start looking at the negatives about you. It will kill you. But the more you think about the negative things, the more you get sad, the more you get sorrowful, the more you get depressed, the more you get disappointed, the more you get bitter. It takes you negative, you will die. Focus on the positive. That was when I remembered that, you cry, you be sharp boy. You can read, you understand book. Who's your idea book? What kind of book out here? Which makes your idea? So why don't you take that advantage and start moving very well in that direction? So I started reading books. I started going for seminars. I started going to churches that were teaching principles to make life better. I started speaking to my parish priest. I'll call him once in a while and say, Father, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? Then Father will say, please forget about this. I tap into my inner spirit. And to be honest with you guys, when I tap into my inner spirit of knowing how to learn well and fast and creative, and I started talking and teaching and training, my teaching in school got better. Because at the point when I started organizing myself and I started teaching again, I had taken away all the pain. My shame was gone. Everything was gone because I accepted the fact that I was weak. I could not do it. And now I can do it better. That fear, that imposter syndrome that was running through my head, that I could not teach my students, all went away. I went to class with the extra energy, extra power. And God is so wonderful, eh? And that's what Angela Duckworth, in his book, Great. There's a book called Great. I'll tell you about that book as well. She says in the book that move confidently in the direction of your dream and unseen forces will come to your aid. Move confidently in the direction of your dream and unseen forces will come your way. What that means is this. At the moment when I decided to refocus my attention on the purpose why I want to go into business, number 2, to also tap into my inner power, which is my ability to learn and train and talk and teach and train other people, I did not know what happened. My own students in my class started giving me training programs. Hey! I know we said, last time class, now we can something about customer service. Now, we have about 35 students now, a percent can be training my now, GSA. And all this time, when they ask me how much money I want to charge, when I mention it, say, it's okay, but just an invoice, my Charlie, God is wonderful. God is God. Me that know the Monday. Don't know why he did, I don't say he did. The moment I tap into my inner power and I started exhibiting my inner power, the opportunity started dropping my door at my doorstep like that. In fact, there were times during that period, which was between 2013, 14, 2012, 13, and a latter part of 14. There were times I could get too many training programs that I could not even handle all of them. So I had to cancel it. And I was asking myself, how did that happen? So when opportunities would come, I would select the one that is paying me more and I'll go. And to be honest and glory to God, my friends, there were times that some of the gigs that I was getting in a day was the same amount of money I was collecting for 30 days working for the university. So now, all of a sudden, because I re-engineered myself, one day, professional fee that I get for training, for coaching, for consulting, whatever it is, was the same amount of money, or even more sometimes, how much I took for working for 30 days in the university. And I keep asking this question: if you were me, which one would you do more? Answer it for yourself. You can drop in the chat box. Which one would you do more? So at the times when things are going bad, please don't give up. No, it's difficult. I won't deny that. That one, yeah, it's difficult. Even whilst I'm saying this, I'm still getting my goosebumps. It's an experience that sometimes I don't even want to remember. But sometimes it is important to remember this because you know where you were and you know how far God has brought you to this point, so they can appreciate whatever you're doing. That is the power of tapping into your own spirit. So I tapped into it and I started getting exposure. And then it got to a point where I was getting too many training programs. I wasn't able to do it. And I started inviting my friends who were in the same space to join me to do the same thing. Unfortunately, please write the word unfortunately in the chat box. Unfortunately, please type it down for me. Write the word unfortunately in the chat box for me before I continue with this. Type in the chat box unfortunately, unfortunately, unfortunately. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Cecilia. Unfortunately, one of my friends that I thought could also come in the same space for us to do this together, I brought him in to come and join me, and then he gave me my fair discouraging word again. He took me back to Egypt. He came, we had a program. He did one, I did one. Mine, they paid me 2,800 Ghana cedis for the day. It was like 9 to 4 p.m. It was a Saturday. And then he also did the same from the same, I think it was 10 to like 3 p.m. thereabout. And they paid him 1,500 cedis. He came to us, Master, how do we see me time, sir? Let me say, 1,500 anchor. My we see me time, crowd. When he said, oh, I said, bro, Charlie, this is to work. Oh, no. And I made a mistake of telling him how much they paid me. And he said, Master, where did I be? That's what he said to me. He discouraged me big time. He said other things that I don't even want to say on this call right now. It was very discouraging. In fact, that day I stayed in my office for like 11 p.m. before I went to work. Why do I still do this? Why am I still going through this? And why am I not able to organize myself well? Why would I even bring this, my friend, for me to come and discourage me again? For 1 week, one solid week, Monday to Monday, I never stepped in my office again. Please be mindful of those people that you bring along your journey, because already the load you are carrying is so heavy. You don't expect somebody else to come and add their load to you and discourage you, especially when those things are emotional. So the next thing that I also at that point decided to do again was to watch who I got closer to. I strategically selected friends. Strategically. So the next point is strategically align yourself with the right people. Strategically align yourself with the right people, because if I wasn't bold enough to revamp again, when my friend told me this, please trust me, I would have lost my sanity again. There were this same guy I'm talking to, he still worked with me at Garden City. There were times around the same time when he said it to me, I would go and meet him, because my car was Alacha. I was driving that time, I think a Toyota Camry or so, some old version. And then he was driving a Mercedes-Benz, nice Mercedes-Benz, sleek, nice car. And he asked me to come and get 1,500 Ghana cedis. It was useless for him. So there were times in school, even when I was talking to you, guys said, also was laughing at me. And again, I'm telling you, my friends, please, strategically choose your relationship and the people you don't hang around with. I did. And again, nothing happened. When I started selecting my friends and be very careful who came close to me, they would say, they said, Tika, too low, Tika, hey, I said, TK too low. Now they even use my name T and K as T being 2 and K being too low. Too low TK. TK too busy. TK too low. TK view. They did not know that I was, there's a word for it. I was re-incubating myself. People talked. My own family friends, my extended family people, they talked. It wasn't because I didn't want to go. I noticed that I was at some point in my life where I was going through a process to get stronger and get stronger. I strategically selected my friends. Hello, I'm sure you're hearing me. So what I did in terms of strategically selecting friends, I did 2 things. And again, I thank Dr. Mensah Otabil so much for some of the videos. No, it wasn't video. It was some of the audio tapes I was listening to at that time. At that time, he used to do, I think it was 11 o'clock there about afternoon on Love FM. So every Tuesday evening, I'll go and see Omega, who was the librarian at Love FM, and collect the tape that he preached on that afternoon, that morning. So after 11, like 4 p.m., I'll go to Love FM with my pen drive, and Omega will copy it for me, and I'll go home and listen. It was one of those tapes that Osabel said that when times are rough, when things are not going well, find the right people and align yourself to them. And he defined the alignment that you talked about. Number one, there are two types of alignments. One are people who are alive that you must align yourself to. And number two, those who are dead and gone, but fortunately, they have written their wisdom and their experiences in books. You must look for those alliances. Two, those who are alive and those who are dead. I was more interested in those who were dead because all those who were alive, I was scared because they were not encouraging me. So I forgot about all those who are alive and I focused on those who were dead and gone. So I started buying books. One of the books that I recommend to you now to read before you go into tough times, to read now before you go into any trouble is number one, Grit by Angela Duckworth. Duckworth is Duckworth. Angela Duckworth. It's called Grit. Grit. Simple. The Power of Passion and Perseverance. Please read that book before you get into trouble. Mercy, thank you very much. Mercy has typed in the chat. If I don't go on Google right now and Google for your name, the book is there. The Grit. Powerful, amazing book. That's why she said that move confidently in the direction of your dream, and the unseen forces will come to your aid. And they came to my aid. And they're still coming to my aid. Today, we just finished a program with the Kumasi City Mall for some of the shop attendants in the shop. An amazing time, an amazing people, happy people, ready to work, to help other people build their businesses. Move confidently in the direction of your dream, and the unseen forces will come to your aid. They will come. That's how God will bless you. I tap into books. And sometimes some of my friends think that I read too much. It's not that I read too much. To be honest, the amount of books that I've read have dramatically improved my English, has dramatically improved my flow, has dramatically improved my intellect and the way I think and the way I process things. Please read books. Angela is dead and gone. Way back. But the wisdom she poured in that book dramatically changed the direction of my life. And I'm here today with you. We are not there yet, but we love the process we are going through because I know the bigger door is going to open. It's going to open big, and all of us will hear about it. Are you ready to go on the same journey for yourself? To try to do the same thing for yourself? Align yourself with books. The second book I'd love you to read now, either you're going through tough times or not tough times, waiting for the tough times to come because the tough times will come. Mrs. Sowan never knew that the kids were going to just leave her one day. She didn't know. She did not know. What would you do? The tough times are going to come. The second book I've asked you to read, please, I beg you. I beg you. This one, don't go and get the ebook. So go and look for the actual book itself, the hardcover book. Buy it and read. Whilst you're reading, you underline. In fact, if I take Angela's book, for example, the only line I remember in that book, which I've aligned big time, circled with red and black and blue pen, is move confidently in the direction of your dream. And unseen forces come to your aid. That's what I remember. And that's what I'm doing now. Second book, Tough Times Don't Last, but Tough People Do, by Robert Schuller. Hey. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Tough times, it will come. But if you are tough and you are resilient and you have the power of grit, grit means the state of mental toughness, emotional stability, and physical endurance to move when things are not going well. When tough times come, Robert Schuller says that get the power of grit. He actually quoted Robert Schuller's book, Angela's book, and said that when tough times comes, have the power of grit, the perseverance to stay in the game. Please read those two books. It will help you. If you are not going through tough times now, what that book is going to do for you is that it's going to frame your mind around the fact that it's going to happen. Even if it doesn't happen to you, You might see one of your colleague entrepreneurs struggling around the same time. What do? You go to close to this person and you encourage the person because you have read something that has helped somebody else and can help that person as well. Would have been a blessing to this guy, big time. Big time, big time. Because I tell you, if people are supposed to be telling their stories right now, everybody will write more than 100 pages. But some people are not talking because you know why? They feel nobody's going to help them. But once they know that you can tell them a story, tell them something to encourage them to move on to the next level, they will align themselves to you strategically. So the other point I'm actually stressing on is the fact that strategically align yourself to the right people. And the right people are two. What I've just spoken about are people who are dead and have written books, or those who are alive and have written books. Buy the books and read. Because the Bible even says somewhere, I don't remember where it is, these are for the pastors. He says that, I think it was Ecclesiastes or so, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our times. It's there in the Bible. You can Google it right now and see. It will pop up. Knowledge and wisdom, the ability to use your knowledge to make strategic decisions to solve life's problem. That's what's called wisdom, which shall be the stability of our time. And today, if you are living in Ghana, we are not stable. Everything's going haywire. Health, security, education, business, inflation, dollar rate, the least I talk about, the better. Nothing is working in this country. We are so unstable. Every single day, something else is changing. So if you really want to stay in this time and be stable and have that peace of mind, what you need is wisdom and knowledge. And where do you get this wisdom and knowledge from? From books. I will show you some book that I bought recently. Maybe that will help us to also show this. You see the e-books on me? Look at this. Look at all these books. I'm sure you can see them. See, give me that pack of books, the 14 books. These are books that I've read. Many more. I'm not saying this to you because I want to brag. I'm saying this to you that knowledge shall be the stability of our times. And how do you buy the books and read them? Buy the books and read them. And especially if you find books like this that can help you to build your capacity now, when the door opens, you enter easily. Don't wait till the opportunity comes. And I like what Les Brown said. Les Brown said in one of his books, I think Live Your Dream or so, he says that prepare yourself so well that when the opportunity comes, you just land it. And you have the opportunity now, and I'll come here. I bought this book from Brad Sugars, the same book from the same author. Brad Sugars, 14 books. It cost me 3,000, almost 4,000 Ghana cedis. When I bought this book, my friends were laughing at me. But to the glory of God, how much money you have made from these books, you have no idea. You read this, you read that, you read this, it makes you complete. It gives you a 360-degree understanding of how business works, how life works, how people behave, and how to react towards people. I am not perfect. We are not there yet, but I thank God that I found books. I found audio books. I found videos on YouTube. I watch. The last time my phone showed me, they can show you this watch time on your phone. I think for the whole of last week, for example, I spent 28 hours alone on YouTube. WhatsApp was like 2 hours, and the rest were some minutes. YouTube, more than 28 hours. I was happy because every single video that I watch on YouTube is something that builds me up and makes me a better person. If you want to avoid tough times, if you want to stay in tough times and do well, I beg you, please, buy the books and read. Go for the seminars. Go for the workshops. And I'm sure everyone who have joined us from the beginning when we started this build last, you have stayed up to this point. At least one so unique a crack that's helping you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The third book that I recommend that you read is by Stephen R. Covey. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Please look for that book and read. It's big. Okay, read that. Please read. Please read. Please read. One line will just strike you, and that could be the changing point in your life. Listen, give me the money books, the 2 books. So, what I'm saying is this. In tough times, when things are sometimes it can be so difficult to read the books because you are so disturbed. But put yourself the other one. Put yourself at that point to now read the books. It's not easy. 1 page a day, and then The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Robert Stephen Covey. Read that book. And then when things started going well a bit, starting to stabilize a bit, paying my PhD fees easily, helping other people go to school, trying to save myself a bit. And I found this book as well by Dr. Bia, Building with the Pentagon Wealth Model. Please do for it and read. If you want a copy, please call me after this. I'll help you get a copy. And then I also got this book, The School of Money by Emmanuel Lubide, Nigerian guy, top guy. I read, my friends. I'm reading. It is helpful. You may also want to try it. So, I've exposed you to what you need to do. Try. You are trying. Try harder. Let's reduce our time that we spend on all those TikTok, social media stuff and focus it on things that will build you up. I'm not saying those things are bad. Me, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and all Facebook and stuff. I'm not that active there because those guys already made their money. They are making all the fans. They are enjoying what they are doing. Why don't I do something for myself also that I can also showcase myself one day? I remember one day, one of my friends, I was watching something on, I think it was TikTok. And my friend said, hey, TK, that meant I was here, you do what TikTok for? I was like, oof, this guy said something. Because anytime you flip somebody's work, anytime you like somebody's work, you are giving them money, you are getting poorer. Please allow yourself with the strategic people, especially books. And for those who are live, the strategic alliances, those who are live, they organize seminars, they organize programs, they organize workshops. Now, technically for us, most of these courses are online. Pay the money and attend. I have decided that every single quarter in my life till I leave this planet Earth, every quarter I will pay for a major seminar, a major workshop, and go there and learn. To the glory of God, this September, I'm going to Kenya for a conference. Because I mean it. I really want to do it because that's the only way I can build my capacity. Every quarter, I want to do it. What are you doing to yourself? You want to build a business that grows after you, that you are building to last. Please allow yourself the strategic people. Those who are dead in their books, those who are alive, go and share. Go and learn from them. The last thing, but the most important thing that really dramatically 360 degrees turned my mindset around and brought me where we are right now is the fact that I decided that, okay, now I'll go to church. Now I'll pray. Now, once in a week, I'll try and fast and try to see if God did. It was at those times when I started praying a bit harder, a bit much more frequently, that I got to understand a couple of things. It was one day, I was just thinking through all this, and I was listening to, I'm actually watching something on YouTube, a pastor called Joshua Selman. He was talking about life. He said life is spiritual. Life is spiritual. And he said, he explained life being spiritual, that we can have a business. You can have a house. You can have a home. Married, kids, everybody. But the Bible told him, and he's saying that to us whilst I was watching that video, that number one, a body without spirit is dead. Lizzie, what was the quotation? I want Lizzie to ask to look for that quotation for me today. He said that a body without spirit is dead, and because life is spiritual. I was like, what is this guy talking about? What is this body? Then he brought it back to business. He said that you can have a store, you can have stocks, you can be the best seamstress, you can be the best lecturer, you can be the best co-meaning, everything the best. You are the body. Without the spirit, you are dead. And then one of them he said, to add the spirit component to your body, which is your business or whatever you are doing, is to pay your tithe. And he explained that your tithe would be your spiritual insurance for the business. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. A body without the spirit is dead. So the business that I'm trying to build is business, is body, is dead because there was no spirit. There was no spirit. There was no spirit. Because how do you see me praying here? How do you see me talking about it? There was no spirit. But when I started indulging myself, getting myself into prayers a bit, getting myself to go to church properly, getting myself to align myself with the people that can help me spiritually, I gradually got the spirit back into the business. And every single month, the little money that we made from High Park, I pay tithe on that. And to the glory of God, the past 5 years have been good. It's your body. It's your business. Which is your body? Does have a spirit. If it's not, think about it. Today, I would always advise anybody who wants to go into business, entrepreneurial business, that's what we call entrepreneurial business, to go into the area of creative potential. If you don't do that, please make sure that you come to us. We would help you to build your business around our entrepreneurial business operating system. It's a system that 7 modules that will walk you through step by step by step by step to build that business. Even though it's not your passion, it's not your anywhere that you like, you can still build a business around that. But to try be a trailblazer, try along the journey and try to learn around it. Don't go there. You're in points. Please, when you get the recording, take your time and listen to it again. Maybe you may hear one single story in there, one single thing that probably said that will help you to also reform your mindset and get to the right path that we are all going to.